action is where we are suffering. The core of difficulties is an action that we are performing. It is a process, not a thing. So the fundamental transformation is apparent, obvious at the level of activity. We think, because of, again, all these traditional ideas about spiritual life, that spirituality has got something to do with within. A book that I'm working on now, I've thought of calling it The Myth of Within. Because the only reason we go about this trying to free the one within is based in this dilemma. There is no such one. So to generate spiritual life for the purpose of inwardness, perfecting of one's inner life, is a false principle. One that we easily tend to because of our traditional notions of spiritual life. So the true form of spiritual life is not one in which we are simply turning within and trying to do something for the one within, the soul, the whatever. But one in which we understand our present activity. And that present activity creates this implied inner one, as well as all the forms of his confusion, suffering, deathful life. So if this activity that is continually, moment to moment, being generated is recognized, in that moment there is no one within and no dilemma without. So that recognition is the instrument wherein ego and suffering are undone. When this recognition occurs, a true process is generated. And the selfless fullness of one who lives in God becomes one's condition. And it is not different from one's activity. So when this recognition takes place, there is also creative life. And creative life is essentially the restoration of function. It's the healing of action. So one who understands becomes true, humorous, and creative. He is moved. He's already moving. He is a process, not a thing, not a separate one. He can't find it. He can't find the separate one, and he can't find that one either. Perfect understanding is not a form of concentration in which we somehow pinpoint our self-nature or somehow pinpoint God. You can't concentrate on God any more than you can concentrate on yourself, truly. What we imagine in this religious and spiritual search that we generate in dilemma. That the self is somehow within, the true self, the soul, whatever. And that God can somehow be contacted by directing our attention in some specific way. But one who understands finds no separate self and no separate God. God is our condition. He is neither within nor without. So the gospel of the siddhas is not strive and rat-a-tat, and you will realize the Holy One. The gospel, which means good news, is that the divine is present. I am here. This is the enjoyment that is satsang. This is the principle of spiritual life. The divine already present, the divine lived with, the divine is your condition.